Comments should be enabled now, so let us know if they're working. Give it a few minutes for everyone to jump on here. Join us back live again. Sorry for all the mishap there. We've been out in the woods, ain't dealing with all this technology stuff, so it's been a little bit wild jumping on. But yeah, that should fix all that problem. Should be able to jump on now and join us live. We'll give it a few minutes for folks to jump on. But excited to see everyone and chat with everyone this evening. It will take a few minutes because of the lag time for everyone to hop on here. I see folks are starting to come on, so yeah, we're excited to have some time with everyone tonight. We're going to talk through a little bit about just the days coming ahead, what it looks like for us, and then answer some questions. And yeah, hopefully we can yeah, let you know what it looks like. We're excited. We're still on trail,
Yes.
which is awesome. Well, I say that we're actually in a hotel room at the moment, but we are still on trail and having a blast. So yeah, comments should be enabled now. So
Yeah, I'm getting some
oh,
comments already.
perfect.
So
Awesome.
we are in Connecticut.
Yes, yeah.
So, yeah.
For those of you who've been wondering where we might be, we have officially hit New England.
Yes.
We are in Connecticut, the gateway to New England, which is pretty exciting.
Yeah, 9 states complete.
Yeah.
We have done Bear Mountain. We have not seen any bear on trail. We did not see any bear on the mountain. We didn't even see
Well, wait, let's give some updates first before you just start jumping into all this stuff.
If we've been on Bear Mountain yet. So yes, we have. Hi, Mom and Dad.
Let's give you a few updates and then we'll jump to questions here in just a second. So first of all, our plan, we'll give you an update on our plan. We originally set the goal at the beginning that we were planning to finish by June 120 days. June 22nd or 23rd was our target date. Because of our early time, we had a lot of zeros we had to take and things like that. So it set us back a little bit at the beginning. Our time was a little delayed.
And we listened to a lot of y'all who said, listen to your bodies,
Yeah.
take zeros when you need it, take Neros when you need it, and all that.
So we did. Yeah, made some adjustments, and right now we're on track for about a 4.5 month period. So time frame, which should be nice. So we're looking at the first week of July is kind of our new target goal. We don't know if that's going to be July 4th or July 7th. We don't really know. We're shooting for somewhere in that first week of July for us to finish it up. So we're excited about that. We feel like our pace has been pretty good. And we also realized, so part of why we went live tonight is we realized yesterday while hiking, we're like, when was our last zero day? And we took our last zero back in Delville, Virginia, which was mile 731. And we are now at mile 1465. So we've doubled our mileage. So it's half of our journey back was our last zero day. And I was just
so we're zeroing.
I was personally feeling it. My knees were hurting, body was hurting, and I was like, man,
and we just came out
I'm
of that
exhausted.
wave. I don't know if wherever all you were watching from
Yeah.
had it too, but it was a hot couple days midweek.
Yeah, we went through New York in a lot of heat. We had over 100-degree heat index on one of the days, and so it was just a wild day. Luckily, we had a lot of trail magic as of recent, but yeah, so we've had a good stretch with a lot of support. So first, we just want to say thank you. Many of you have reached out and have offered help. Either currently or maybe we already passed and you offered help to us.
I think that's why we didn't need all those zeros. Like legitimately, that has really been a blessing.
It was because we had so much support.
Yeah.
By the time we hit really kind of Northern Virginia, it felt like we were just getting support after support after support all the way through the mid-Atlantic states. And so we were telling someone the other day that Pennsylvania didn't feel as crazy to us as a lot of people make it out to be. And it's like, well, I guess to be fair, we got to slack pack through a lot of Pennsylvania.
Days in a row, then we skipped a day and slacked again, and then we skipped a couple days and slacked again.
We were getting fed like kings and queens through the first part of Pennsylvania. So that support definitely made a huge difference, and we really appreciate all that support. And many of you have reached out even who are ahead.
Yeah.
Because we knew that once we got past, we're actually currently in Connecticut. Sweets' parents came up and they joined us for the weekend. So we're spending some time with them this
So if
weekend.
you watched yesterday and today, we saw my
Saw them.
parents last weekend
Yeah.
at High Point, and then they came up this weekend,
Yeah.
and they were gonna
They were gonna slack us today, and we're like, we're slacking completely today.
yeah,
We're
so it's nice to
no
have a little extra
packing, just
time
slacking.
with my parents.
Yeah, so that's nice. So we're
Yeah.
we're taking the day, just catching up on video work before we get into the Northeast here, deep into New England. And we thought we wouldn't have a whole lot of support, but many of you have reached out who are up in New England and have offered help and
Yeah.
support. So
Yeah.
we'll be
So we
reaching
put
out
more
to you
away.
who have reached out to us, and we're excited about it. So big big things to come, and we've got through what we believe has been the most difficult, where a lot of people struggle, is they get to that mid-Atlantic section. Pennsylvania breaks a lot of people, and we made it through, and we got through Jersey, and I tried to drop Sweets off
Mm-mm.
back at home, and her parents wouldn't take her back, so I'm still hiking with her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah, we've had a good time, and so let's jump to some questions here. If you have any for us, we'd love to talk through any questions you might have. Thanks, many of you have jumped on tonight, so
Yeah.
or this afternoon. So thank you.
Hey, PTL Navigator,
Oh yeah,
Agnes, and Laura.
many of you who have supported us.
My parents are watching, all these people. So awesome. Awesome.
All right, what we got? What's some questions we got here? Oh, there was one about Bear Mountain. Had we done Bear Mountain yet? We actually did Bear Mountain just a few days ago,
Was that
and it
Tuesday?
was the hottest day of our year so
So
far.
hot.
It was 96 degrees, I believe,
Heat
and
index.
heat index of
When I looked
101.
at it, it
Right.
said 101. I don't know if it was hotter earlier that
Yeah.
day.
And that was a tough day. It was a big mile day.
Yeah.
It
Thank you,
was
Bill, for all your help.
yeah, definitely. But going up and over Bear Mountain, that was pretty wild.
Yeah.
Just a hot day. And it's a tough climb up. Bear
Oh,
Mountain is no
Bear
joke.
Mountain in Connecticut.
There's another Bear Mountain?
I didn't even know about that.
Oh, well, no, we just got into Connecticut.
Yeah.
We're only about 4
Bulls
miles
Bridge
in.
is where
Yeah.
we stopped. So
Bulls Bridge.
we're just a few miles into Connecticut.
We passed the Connecticut border, and that's where we got off, was just past the
The
Connecticut
St.
sign.
John's Ledges.
No, we
No,
haven't, yeah,
we're not
like I
there.
said, we just, there's a little bit of the river that we have, the 10-mile river. We went over 10 Mile Mountain
Yep.
and hit 10 Mile River, or,
That was a good climb.
yeah.
That was
And
nice.
came down to Bull Bridge and got picked up, and we've been hanging out at the hotel
We went through the lemon
since.
squeeze.
We did. She squeezed through that a little better
I
than
kept,
Thumbs Up did.
I mean, you'll see, but a little spoiler. I mean, that's what this live's all about, I guess. I kept my pack on, and that was a little challenging. It
Yeah.
was hard enough just your human body going through, but with the pack, it was a little difficult.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
she squeezed through okay. I had to take the
Hey,
pack off,
anime.
and yeah, I made it through. And so we've heard a lot about the lemon squeeze, or squeezer, lemon squeezer.
Yeah.
But you get past the lemon squeezer, and then there's this, like, this cliff that you have to climb. I mean, it's not
Like
big,
you kind of
eight
feel like
foot
a rock
wall,
climber, like a straight up rock climber for
and
a minute.
there's little blue blaze around it, but we're
Gonna
like,
do that.
we got to go up over this thing, and so it took about 5 minutes to figure out how to get
Oh,
up and
thank
over
you.
the body. So
Sorry, I'm jumping all over the
get this
place.
big body up over that wall. We got up. We made it up.
Yeah. Knees are doing well.
Oh,
Stick bagger asking how
yeah.
your knees
My knees are holding up pretty good. So here's the thing with my knees. I started wearing those braces kind of as prevention. And then as we got through Pennsylvania and New Jersey and New York, my knees were like, "You are an old man." And I'm glad I put the braces on, because the long days with all the rocks, just they
Yeah.
started to wear on me a little bit. Just fatigue. They would get real tired, and then at the end of the day, like I maybe wouldn't get enough rest because I was up doing videos or whatever, and they'd start out just tired, and so I'd crank it down a little more on those braces, and but they still haven't bothered me. They
Yeah.
just,
It's good. They're still
yeah,
holding up well.
they're got a little buckly the past couple of days,
They
and
only need less than 800 miles.
yeah,
That's
so
all they
I
gotta.
told Sweets, I was like, I need a 0 day just to let these things rest up a
Yeah.
little bit, and they're feeling good today. I mean, I have this little hiker strut, is what I like to. She calls it a hiker hobble, but I think it's kind of a hiker strut
No,
that I have.
it's pretty rough looking. It looks like, how have you done what you're doing so far, and can you continue? Like,
Yeah.
it's pretty rough. But a few minutes into walking,
Yeah.
and it's like nothing ever happened.
I limp at the end of the day. I look like I have a problem
Yeah,
and that I'm not gonna get over this problem. And the next day it reboots and I get about a tenth of a mile into the day and I'm back to it. So my feet hurt after lunch.
yeah,
I got the lunch limp after I eat lunch, and Sweets just acts like she hadn't hiked a mile.
yeah.
She's not quite as old as I am, you know. She's about 2 years younger,
Yeah.
and you know.
Our little buddy
So
Peter from Waynesboro,
hey, hey,
Elizabeth's son. They're watching.
awesome.
That's our little guy.
What's up?
Yeah, the hiker strut. So we have a question. What are some things that we've disagreed on so far?
Disagreed on. Um, let's see. Like I guess between two of
Yeah.
us, we've disagreed on.
Yeah.
There's been probably some days of like, so our probably our biggest, I would even not really arguments that we've have is just the disagreements we have on our approach to dealing with logistics. Um,
Yeah.
and it's primarily because, so for me, I do all the editing work. Sweets does all the at least 90% of the video work throughout the day. That's why you guys get to see the back of my head all day long,
Yeah.
is because she's doing most of the video work. And then at nighttime, I do the editing. And we also have what we call Kids on Trail. And so with Kids on Trail, it's a different, once a week, we do a little video for them as well. So that video, it does a highlight from 2 weeks ago,
Mhm.
essentially, because it's behind a little bit. Then our videos are delayed a week. So I'm editing during a week behind, hiking in the current week, and then have to think about the next week to come logistically. And so my
Yeah.
mind is like across a 4 week window of time frame all the time of what has happened, what it did just happen, what is happening, and what's about to happen.
So I start asking him questions about next week,
Yeah, and
and he's like,
I don't even know what day it
he's
is.
thinking about last week for editing
Yeah.
week and all that.
So that's been our biggest disagreement, I guess, or our conflict, if you will, has been she'll say, "Well, what are we doing in like 4 days?" And so it became it wasn't even a tension, it was just like, I can't process all these different weeks that are happening,
Yeah.
simultaneously. So she's really helped out and stepped up and has said, she'll look ahead
Hmm.
and kinda put a tentative plan
Yep.
together for us to discuss.
And then I make my notes on all my thoughts
Yeah,
and
and
then bring it to him when he's like ready to
yeah,
discuss
so
it.
it's like, yeah, can't it's just like, "Okay, here's some stuff you don't have to think about. It's just let's make some decisions." And so
But
that's
I
helped a
can't
lot.
help myself when I get so excited, like when we have a trail angel
Yeah.
coming up that we know of, or my parents, things like that.
Like, my brother came out and he was trying to plan for
Yeah.
flying out to
So
us,
I
so
talk about what's coming up all the time because I'm so excited.
yeah.
Then he's like, "Okay, I'm not there yet."
Yeah.
So but I mean, the day in and day out,
Yeah.
we really don't
Yeah, there hasn't been a whole lot of
disagree too much on
disagreements on, yeah.
anything.
Maybe how fast I go up and how fast she wants to go down
Yeah.
mountains is probably it's not even disagreement, it's just we just do that
How we
differently.
handle it different.
Yeah.
So what do we think about the rocks in Connecticut versus PA?
Haven't really faced much. I mean, Connecticut, we're only 3 miles in, and so far, it's been very smooth for us. That was
It's been pretty, like Connecticut so far,
yeah, it's just
few
up that 10-mile
few
mountain,
miles.
and that wasn't bad. A little bit of a climb, but it wasn't rocky,
It's been
really.
kind of pretty in my
River.
opinion so
Yeah.
far. It's had like diversity, like the terrain is really pretty, and
And flowers. Like,
yeah.
we got to Connecticut, and it was like
Now part of that
bright
is
color.
because the southern states, it was winter,
Right, I mean, but even, like, going through New
but
Jersey, New York, they were
yeah,
kinda bare on flowers.
yeah,
Pennsylvania had some flowers popping out, but, New
it's
York
been
and New
really
Jersey
pretty.
didn't really have. But Connecticut
Yeah.
started to brighten up with color.
And New
Yeah.
York, some in New Jersey too, we felt like the rivers and the ponds, so it just brings like a new uh view for
Yeah,
us, which has been really pretty.
yeah.
Um okay, let's see.
Saw some here said for us to slow our pace. Their date nights are watching us, the 2 of us. Well,
We'll have to go on more, we'll do more adventures
that's
after the
right.
AT so you could still
Yeah,
have
see
content for date nights
that's
and all
right.
that. Yeah. Let me see. Dun, dun, dun.
What happened to your cross necklace? Someone asked
Yeah,
you
that's
there.
what I was gonna ask. So my friend gave me this mountain necklace that has the mustard seed on it. So I hang my cross necklace on my pack.
It's on the back of
So it's on the back of my pack, which you don't really get to see much, but it's like dangling from the back. I also had I have this cross ring right there. And I had another one that's like a little mountain ring, and that didn't fit my hand, like when my hands swell and all that. So that I tied to I have like a water bottle thing, and I the little strap. I tuck that in there. So I still have my bling, my jewelry,
yeah.
but I'm only wearing the one ring and then my mountain necklace that my bestie gave me. The New York delis.
Yeah, so
Fact asks us, what do we think of the New York
uh,
delis?
well, we haven't had to really deli blaze
That
because we've been PTL blazing for most of New York.
yes,
PTL and Navigator.
yeah.
PTL hiked in 2020 and they hooked us up for several days through New York. And then before them, one of our subscribers, Bill, he hooked us up. He and his
So
wife
that
Tara.
that was like all the
And
New York stretch.
yeah,
And
like
then
we had
any
like maybe 1 or 2 days worth of New York that we were having to figure out on our own, and
but
we
we
had food already.
resupplied at High Point with my parents.
Yeah,
So we already had that
we had a couple
food.
of days of
So
food that
that
we carried for
lasted
about
us
6 days,
the whole New York stretch.
so it pushed us all the way through New York, yep. So yeah, we didn't we did hop into, one of the little AT Market and just
Yeah.
got a drink
Just a
there,
drink. Yeah.
um,
That's a neat market.
yeah,
If you're going through whatever, it kind of has what you need. It's really good.
yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Blaze and Spark. Good to see you guys.
Oh, yes, our support through Southern PA. Nice. We
Yeah.
were asked, several you want to know, like we mentioned, I think early on, but we were thinking about going down to Trail Days, and we didn't make it down. As you know, if you went to Trail Days, just because we're so far up here, to try to figure out the logistics of that and take those days off was going to be difficult to do. And
Hmm.
we're already behind a little bit of what we were shooting for originally. So, but we plan to try to make it out to Trail Days next year.
Hmm.
But I know many of you went down to Trail Days and had it looked like you had a good time.
Yeah. That's
We
awesome.
saw a lot of your faces in a lot of the pictures and videos and everything that were
And everyone
out
meeting up
there.
with each other. That was
Yeah.
cool seeing y'all get together. So the northwest part of Connecticut near Bear Mountain will be more scrambly.
Okay.
So that'll be probably tough and a little fun. So
Yeah.
what are our favorite snacks and treats? Well, we've been getting a lot of we've been getting a lot of like cookies and stuff like that, and that's been hitting the spot
Yeah.
for I don't know, like 1,000 miles. We didn't really have cookies or anything.
Yeah. It was
So
yeah, a lot of just sugary sweet like candy
candy type
versus
things.
cookie things.
Mhm.
Right now, my go-to snack is Kit Kat.
Yeah.
I'm hooked
Yeah.
on Kit Kats right now as a sweet treat, a kind of a after lunch, after dinner sugar jolt. And I was just telling my in-laws that I've had 2 times now that I've gotten a Kit Kat and it didn't have the wafer on the
It
inside. It
was
was
just
just chocolate. It's like, "This isn't a Kit Kat, this is just a Hershey bar."
mhm.
Yeah, that Kit Kats is, kind of my go-to snack as of late.
So thumbs up. You got any new book ideas?
Eh,
Maybe like based on the hike?
so, I've had so many things stirring in my head on book-wise. First off, I have several books that are in the works, and that were supposed to release this year, and so I'm like the release dates all got bumped back. So my first thing will be finishing those books out. But I've pondered over different ways to take some of the story, and being out in the wilderness has helped me a little bit with picturing some of the world building I have for some of those. But I have really thought through about what are some things, like some resources and stuff to potentially create that are AT related. With Kids on the Trail, we've enjoyed encouraging kids to get out and explore and do some adventure. And some of my books do that anyway, but I'll probably do something AT related at some point in the future for sure.
Yeah. Thank you, Anne Marie. You're always so encouraging. And we really appreciate all your insight, encouragement, and all that. Everybody. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
everybody. Yeah. Um, so Jerry requested that we show more of like the highways and stuff that we cross. We've
Yeah.
seen other people that they like to follow on the map where we are, and I would like to do that too. I think if
Yeah.
I was at home, following somebody, so it's a good point.
Yeah, to know where we're
We
crossing over it.
sometimes we catch those, sometimes we don't. Sometimes we say it, sometimes we don't. But
Yeah, and as we've gotten more north, it's more, looking out for our lives because people up here, they fly down it's been a bunch of roads lately,
yeah,
and, down south, it felt like there were a lot of dirt roads you crossed,
yeah.
and you don't see
It'll be
anybody.
like, we're about to cross this road. Let me
Yeah.
put my phone away and look both ways.
I've been amazed by how much traffic we have heard in the Mid-Atlantic states. Some
Yeah.
of the hostels we've stayed in, some of the, shelters, like, you just hear traffic and trains all night long. So it'd be nice to get up in New England where that starts to fade a little bit more, hopefully, as we get a little more north.
Yeah. We had a question. Did we ever think that we weren't going to make it? Has there been a point so far?
There was, not in a long time, I feel like. Down south, I twisted my ankle way back in Georgia, and I thought, "Man, if this pain doesn't ease up, like, if we were just gonna stay annoying with my shoes driving into my ankle for 2,000 more miles that we had," I was like,
Yeah,
"That's
like
gonna be
maybe
tough
an
to."
inconvenience like that so early
Yeah.
on, you think, oh, if what else is gonna
In the Smokies, way back in the Smokies, which is crazy, that's been so far back
yeah.
now. In the Smokies, if you remember, she had some,
Sciatic pain,
sciatic pain in
and
her
that
hip.
was relentless and
Yeah,
so bad. And
and
I thought I could barely make it a mile.
you had to release the hip belt,
Yeah.
and even then, it didn't take all the it took the pain away, but all the pain went on her shoulders, and I thought, "Man, I don't know how she's gonna get through
Yeah,
this."
that
So,
I was like I had to try to just get through the day. Don't start psyching yourself out and thinking like I can't do this, so that was a tough day, but I
yeah.
have not had that issue at all since. So that's really great.
It helps having each other too. Most people
Yeah,
who struggle on trail and, like, wanna get off trail, it's usually because at this point, if they've made it this far, you can physically do it if you get this far.
yeah,
Assuming no injury. But usually it's the missing family, a loved one back home, and because we have each other,
yeah,
that really helps to, encourage us, and we don't have the pull or the
yeah.
pressure,
We are
back
our
home.
household.
Yeah,
It's us. We don't have children, so
right,
it's really we're very fortunate to
yeah.
be hiking together.
She keeps trying to push me off cliffs, so I think she's wanting to finish this thing by
Appreciate
herself, and I
definitely
keep trying to leave her in New Jersey, and here we are 2 states later,
you and me together
and
forever, babe.
no, I wouldn't want you
Yes,
to.
Greg and Jennifer, we're looking forward to seeing you guys soon. That'll be here before we know
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
You guys used to seem like so far away where it's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
one day we'll get up there
Yeah,
to."
I had that in my notes and I was like, oh my gosh, we'll start planning,
Yeah.
Maine pretty soon and all that.
We'll see Greg and Jennifer one day, and now it's like, in a few weeks,
It's
we'll be
coming.
up there. Yeah.
So Tramley, have we gotten any Tramley yet? We had just in the Smokies, and then
Yeah.
we had so the 5 days we stopped at the same place with the same people, and then we're
It
leapfrogging with a bunch of people
it
for
kinda seems like there's this year, maybe it's different. It may be further down, like, back in the bubble might be a little bit different with
Mhm,
Tramleys, but kinda all of us, I would say in the front of the pack, the that are ahead of the bubble, it seems like more people aren't in Tramleys, they're, like, in pairs.
mhm,
So there's a bunch of, like, duos, maybe a trio, but even that there were a couple of, like, 4s and 6 groups that started out together, and they all kind of separated into little pairs.
yeah,
So there's a bunch of pairs of us out here that are hiking, and we cross our paths a lot.
mhm,
But there no one has really, formed into that like, at least up here,
yeah,
we
no
haven't seen a
group,
tramily, a group yet.
yeah,
Now, as we get more north, where things are a little more remote and we're all bumping in the same towns, at the same time, that may change a little bit, but, we have seen a lot of the same people different during different seasons of the hike.
mhm.
Um, but, yeah, there's a bunch of folks who we still connected with, but we haven't seen them in 1,000 miles. Uh and then there's some we've bumped into now that we didn't meet until 100 miles ago, and
Yeah.
we've been leapfrogging with them now. But
Yeah. Like, I just saw the question, Forrest and Polchar. We only saw them right out of Damascus,
yep,
and they were doing a few miles less than us each day. So, they didn't catch up or anything. I know they went to trail days, but we haven't seen them back on trail. So we think they're a little behind
they are.
us.
Yeah, I've seen their videos a lot. So there's a lot of that group that they're all probably about a week and a half behind us, maybe 2 weeks behind us, depending on paces and all that kind of stuff. But
Yeah. Our
uh,
first group that we were seeing a lot,
yeah,
it was around Damascus that we really lost them
yeah.
because they were either same day, 1 to 3 days behind us, and then they stayed
Or
on.
we just try to ramp it up a little bit through Virginia, and so we created a little bit of separation. But
Mm-hmm.
we bumped into a new group of folks up here.
Yeah.
With the exception, there's two people, Peeps and Pops, Peeper Frog and Pops, who we have been leapfrogging with them. Oh gosh, for a long time.
Yeah.
Like we maybe even back post
Before
Smokies somewhere.
before Irwin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've seen them a lot over
Mm-hmm.
the course of 1,000 something miles that we've
Yeah.
been
Oh,
leapfrogging with
another
them.
week will go by and then we run into
They'll
them.
do crazy miles, and they'll take a couple of days off, and then
Yeah.
we'll slowly catch back up to them. But they
Yeah.
are they're about probably 50, 60 miles ahead of us right now.
I don't think we've done more than an official marathon, 26.2,
Uh,
right?
yeah, into Delville, we ended up doing 28.2 that day,
Off trail.
but on yeah off
That
trail.
was walking from trail to the
Yeah,
hotel was our long.
trail miles itself 20. Yeah,
Yeah,
marathons the most we've
that was
done.
our most. That was one of the questions.
Yeah, I'm gonna try talking
Um,
and doing a 30 miler through the whites. We'll just do it over 30 hours. 30 miles in 30 hours.
I don't think so. So the bugs
Real
are,
fast, weight loss. So I've kind of leveled out on the weight
yeah,
loss, mainly because I think we're not. I mean, we're top elevation days are usually have been 2 to 3,000 feet of elevation gain throughout the day. So we're not versus it was 5 and 6,000 feet,
but
and
around the same time that happened, we got to PA and we
yeah,
started at the Brenneman B&B
yeah,
and
started
we
eating really
ate really
good.
well every evening,
Yeah,
and I think we gained a little weight.
yeah, and then then uh, we started shortening our resupply times instead of carrying out 3 to 4 days. We're like, we'll just carry 2 days,
2,
pop in.
maybe 3. Yeah.
So our the quality, I guess, and the quantity of our food consumption increased a little bit. So I've leveled out. I'm still right around that 60 pound
Mhm.
loss right now. I think my body shape is changing some, just
Yeah.
as like my legs are strengthening. My upper body is. I'm not doing much except for my with my poles. So like I can feel my upper body shrinking a little bit. But
Yeah.
yeah,
And yeah, the bugs, they are not bad yet. Like it's mainly gnats, mostly gnats. That's the most annoying.
yeah,
And then there's some
we had.
resin mosquitoes, spiders, that kind of stuff, but we don't have like the black flies and the craziness.
We're
So
not there yet, but they're
last
coming.
week when it started getting warm, we started wearing our bug net. But
Yeah,
I mean,
they whatever it is, these bugs, as that temperature changes and the moisture's around. Especially, I didn't know this about New York. New York apparently has a bunch of swamps through
there's a
it,
lot of swamps.
and New York and New Jersey, a bunch of these swamps and bogs and stuff that we've been crossing, and all these little bugs love to just dive into your eyeballs,
Yeah.
and so we got.
And they like to chew on my legs.
Eh,
So I get a bunch of mosquito bites on my legs.
but we had a few days where we wore the hair nets,
Mhm.
the face net, mosquito nets.
It looks like a
It
hairnet,
does.
like a
I
lunch
said that
lady.
because I put that little lunch lady hat on and then just pull it down when they're driving me nuts. How many shoes we gone through?
Yeah.
I'm on my third pair, and you're on your third pair, right?
Yeah.
And I'm probably
And
about to
mine are
go.
behind you. Yeah.
I'm about to go into my fourth pair pretty soon. Probably somewhere between Mass and Vermont. I'll have a pair of shoes sent to me in there because mine the rocks. I got my pair in Harper's Ferry somewhere around that time
Mhm.
frame, and they just got beat up through all the rocky
Yeah.
section, and the soles have already like my I took one pair of shoes over 700 miles, and they look better off than the pair of shoes I've only had 400 and something
Yeah.
miles on. So it's time to probably
And I'm
change
gonna
that.
take it into New Hampshire.
Yeah,
I think right into New Hampshire, and then that'll last me the
I'd give
rest
her
of the way.
one more pair to finish it
And
out
he'll
with.
need 2 more, and I'll need 1 more.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I'll probably do a pair in Mass, Vermont, and then I'll probably do a pair somewhere, uh, probably up by Greg and Jennifer. I may ship a pair of shoes up to you guys. It's
Mhm.
for Maine to finish out with.
Yeah.
But
And I think it's Karen asked how we got to Hamburg. We we actually, I don't know if this is what you're asking, but we stopped a little short of Hamburg, and we had Trail Angels drive us into
and some shuttles. We had a couple of shuttles that
we
were
had a shuttle
in through
before.
some of that area.
Hmm.
Yeah, we were dropped off there, and then we had a shuttle that picked us up and took
We
us back
stayed
to the
in
trailhead.
Hamburg,
Yeah.
and we shuttled back
Yeah.
it to mile like 1206, and Port Clinton, which is above Hamburg, was mile 1221. So then the next day we hiked through Port Clinton and stayed at a shelter.
Yeah.
But the night before hiking through Port Clinton, we stayed in Hamburg at a hotel, at the microtel there. So resupplied there and all that. That was Doug and Chrissy who helped us there.
Yeah.
They were awesome.
Yeah, and we've had, I think overall mileage-wise, we've done pretty well at trying to what we would call catch up. We got behind in the early time, and we knew we had to push real hard, and so not taking a 0 for the past 700 and something miles has helped, and we've had some big days. We've had a lot of 20 plus days that we have done. As the biggest was been that we had 2 marathon days, but we had a 25 miler that we did into
At least a
Jersey.
couple of 25 milers.
Yeah, yeah, a bunch of 23s and 24s in the mix, and the days are so long. By 4:30 in the morning, it's bright enough that you can start walking. We don't
Yeah.
at that time, but it's bright enough that
Yeah.
you could get up and
Yeah.
start moving
We went
around,
longer days.
and the sun doesn't go down until 8:30, 9 o'clock. So there's plenty of daylight to put in some big days, but
We'll probably plan for it when it gets tougher, do the same amount of miles, but slower. So our days will be longer
yeah.
with the current miles that we're doing right
You
now,
know, it
is what
depends
I
on
expect.
joints and ankles and, all that
Yeah.
stuff that, like, that's something that we probably did hit a lot of was our stabilizing muscles, really got tested through Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York,
Yeah, with all those rocks,
all the
the big
rocks.
ones, the little ones,
Yeah.
they're all do your body different, but they're all challenging.
And I wanna go on the record, I think I've said it a few times, Pennsylvania, it is rocky, but it really gets a bad rap. It is a good state to hike through. We enjoyed our time in PA. It does get you have to slow down
Yeah.
because of the rocks, but there really are some pretty sections through there,
Yeah.
like good views, and it's some nice hiking. The ferns through Pennsylvania were incredible, especially the time of year we went through.
Yeah.
It's a pretty
Really pretty.
state. We
Really
didn't see a
pretty.
single rattlesnake.
Mm-mm.
We haven't seen a rattlesnake. We haven't seen a bear.
Mm-mm.
We went through Shenandoah, no bear. Pennsylvania, no rattlesnakes. Maryland, no rattlesnakes. New Jersey, no rattlesnakes.
Yep.
New
Every
Jersey,
bear.
where the highest concentration of bear are, no bear.
No bear.
Twice we had people tell us, "Hey, we just saw a bear,"
Yeah.
and we hurried up trying to, and no bear. And then we went to Bear Mountain, and there's the Trailside Zoo, and they don't
No
have
bear
bear.
exhibit's closed.
They don't have any bear at the Trailside
They have a
Zoo
sign that
exhibit.
says, "Sorry, there's no bear here."
Yeah,
I was like, "We don't even see a bear, Bear Mountain, or the Bear Mountain Zoo."
yeah. So
Nope.
no bear. I'd rather see a bear than probably a rattlesnake.
Yeah.
We have had Sweets had 2 ticks. Someone mentioned about watch out for ticks.
Mhm.
Neither one were attached. They were just crawling on her.
Mhm.
So that's nice. So we
Mhm.
took care of the 2 ticks she had hanging out.
We're
But
still checking every night,
yeah,
and we last had permethrin in
a week
just
ago.
going into New York.
Yeah.
So we'll
Uh,
do that again.
our boy Bill hooked us
Yeah.
up. He soaked our stuff for us. That really helped.
He set up a pool in the backyard, and we just drowned
It
him
just
in there. Not really, but it was a lot. We
yeah.
sprayed him pretty heavy. So yeah.
Yeah, and one of the things that as it's we know Connecticut is really they joke Connecticut, the tick part of Connecticut. And I can see why the grass and the flowers and all that seem to lean over the trail a little bit more than the other trail has been. So far, the trail has been seeming pretty wide, and now that is a little more narrow, and all those little, plants and flowers and all that. So you're just plowing through
You'll
weeds.
see, I said it in Friday's this coming Friday's video that it freaks me out a little bit with all the overgrown stuff because you're walking through. I just feel like I'm walking through ticks and poison ivy and poison oak and sumac and all that. So yeah, that's one thing I don't like about the beautiful
Yeah,
foliage and everything, but you just do we got built-in tick checkers, so
yeah,
check every
helps.
night and
Yeah,
permethrin our stuff, and I have repellent. I have these little stickers, repellent stickers and little wristbands and stuff like that. So I mean that helps a little bit. So we'll see.
yeah. Um, one I see a comment on here about snoring in some of the hostels.
Yeah.
We did a fun thing about the New England or the Mid Atlantic is that there's like this competition, I think, of
A
what
lot of
hostels can be or what shelters can be the most bougie out there, and there's like a snoring shelter and a non-snoring
yeah,
shelter at one of them, and um,
which I don't really know if that does
yeah,
it.
and I wish they do that in some of the hostels because some of the hostels that's where all the
You
snores
got a
collect.
bunkhouse and yeah,
Yeah. Luckily, they have private rooms, and most of the snorers by this far up know that they're pretty hard snorers, so they get the private rooms. But uh,
yeah,
overall, it hadn't been too bad for us, at least. We had early. I think we've become accustomed to hearing all the snoring in shelters these days.
yeah.
But
I think my deer count is up to like 35 or something. I'm doing, you know me with my notes. If you don't know, I'm a note taker and I log everything. So I did a wildlife
she has a wildlife
notes.
note going to keep
Yeah.
track of
So
all
it
her stuff.
like not every single animal that we see, but most of them. So I have 36 deer. I could have missed some because I don't always jot it down. But yeah, that's my deer count.
We've seen 11 of the big black snakes, and we haven't seen one in a while. It's
Yeah.
been a little bit
Yeah, that was
early,
post Smokies.
but
I mean, yeah,
no, we saw a bunch of them all the way up through Virginia. The black snakes.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm saying it was all after
yeah.
after the
But
Smokies.
even oh, yeah, that's right, because the
Post
first one we saw was
Smokies.
coming. I was thinking before, but it was right after the Smoky that we saw
Mhm,
our first snake. Yeah. Um, but yeah, we haven't really seen one of those since even in Pennsylvania.
mhm.
But we've seen a ton of little ribbon snakes, and even yet
Especially in the swamps.
yesterday in the
Like
swamp, we walked across the boardwalk yesterday, and there were 5 of
four
them.
or five, yeah, because I think I had 10 on my list and now I have 15.
Yeah,
And that was
on
all
they're all tanning out there on the boardwalk, just living up their best life, getting a good suntan, and we come barreling through, and they would just dive bomb off of the boardwalk into the little
and I
reeds.
think it
But
was yesterday that we saw our first beaver, either yesterday or
yeah,
the day before. So
yep,
that was a new animal that we saw.
yeah,
So yeah.
beaver and porcupines
Yeah.
and uh yeah, uh, both those have been in the last couple 100 miles that
Yeah.
we've seen them, which was kind of fun. Yeah, fun little wildlife. So, let's see, next comments here. Uh,
Yeah, we have stayed in more shelters than tenting.
yeah, I put recently I put out a just a little update. I'll do it again probably sometime soon, just like what our stats are. We keep
Yeah.
track of like nights that we sleep in a bed versus nights, whether that's a hotel, hostel, or someone's home, as a certain category, and then we have nights in shelters, nights in tents, and
Hi, Joylyn.
our tent night. Hey, our tent nights are their lowest that we have is in a tent. We stayed a couple nights ago after the rain. It was real muggy in the tent, so
Yeah, that was fun.
we've been shelter hopping since then because it was
Yeah.
a little bit warm. So yeah,
But it's 20 days in a tent and 29 in a shelter. So
okay,
it's quite a bit more, but I mean, it's not like double or anything.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah.
But more questions, feel free to drop those in. But want to give you just a couple little updates on some things that to come. We are. Uh, hopefully gonna do one more live stream somewhere, up in New England before we wrap up, and then we'll do something probably at the very end after we wrap
Mhm.
up, the hike. We are kind of in our final stretch now. I mean, we're at 1465, I think, right now is our
Yeah.
mileage. So, um, quick math on that, we're like, less than 800 miles from the finish, and the past 800 have gone by really
Mm.
fast. So we anticipate that that's going to move pretty quickly
Yeah.
as well. So we're shooting for that first week of July to finish, and with long days and some big miles and big mountains ahead, we are looking forward to the whites.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun.
New territory for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we're so we at some point in there we'll do another live stream
Mhm.
um, to hopefully just touch base with everyone as we're getting close to the finish. But yeah, it's coming soon and quickly. And just so you know, like the videos are a week delayed. So what we'll probably do is we'll get through the entire week of us finishing. So when you're watching it, we'll have finished probably let's say it's the first week of July. Videos will go through the middle of July if that's the
Mhm.
case. And then we'll do a live stream probably sometime right
After the
after that,
videos
after
are
the
done.
videos are complete.
Yeah, so we'll
Yeah.
be a week off trail at that point.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
yeah, just to give us some final thoughts on everything post trail. And if you're up in the New England area and you want to connect, reach out to us, shoot us an email, coateshiking@yahoo.com, and
Mhm.
we'd love to connect with you and see if there's a way we can connect on trail at some point just to say hi. Say hi. It doesn't have to be that you're, bringing anything to us or anything like that. If you just want
Yeah,
to stop at
just to say
a
hi.
trailhead and pop by and say hello, we'd love to meet you along the way. Uh, as we're passing through, we'll be moving through quickly,
Yeah.
but we'd love to connect if you're up in the New England area.
As we're getting close to wrapping up this live,
Yeah.
let us know if we missed any questions or if
Yeah,
you
if
have
we
more
missed
questions.
anything, we
Um,
we were kinda moving through quickly on them.
yeah.
So if there's any questions we did miss, we'd love to
We did have
answer
one
them.
asking about our Slack packing. A lot of times we've had different packs. It's because the Slack pack that our slacker or person,
The
either a
support, yeah,
hostile, the support,
yeah,
either a hostile or a trail angel or family or friend has let us borrow
yeah, we
it. So we
borrowed
just
from
get a
you.
different pack. But maybe half the time or some other times we use our packs
And
and
just
just
empty them out.
leave the stuff that we don't need behind
Yeah, it's
and get
almost
it later.
every time has been somewhat different, whether it's
Yeah.
their packs, our packs, what we leave behind, what we don't
Yeah.
leave, all depends. It's nice having our packs, but our packs are heavier. But it's also not, it's nice having a light pack too, where it's just the water and
Hmm.
lunch are very lightweight.
Yeah.
So it just depends. But we've primarily borrowed or just emptied ours out has been the primary source of that. Definitely don't carry a slack pack with you out there. You
Yeah.
don't want to haul that around just for a slack packing moment.
We had a question, how do we prefer trail magic up ahead? Funds, to like funds basically.
Mm.
So Venmo, I think, is probably one of the
I mean,
easiest.
it's very kind for sure. Like, yeah, Venmo is probably the best way if you want to provide some kind of trail magic in that way. It's listed in the description of all the videos
Yeah,
in
thank
there.
you.
That's very kind, very
Yeah.
generous.
Yeah.
Um,
Because that's easy, if
yeah,
if you choose to support in a little way, a big way, that
yeah,
any little bit of
yeah. Thank you.
cash, but yeah, that helps a lot because then we could just use that for
And just want to say
food,
too, uh,
resupply.
all you who've been watching our videos on a daily, consistent basis, that really helps out a lot. We did monetize with YouTube. We reached that stage thanks to all of your support and help. We were able to monetize the channel, and so when the ads pop up, many of you appreciate you watching through some of those ads and
Yeah.
not quickly hitting the skip button because it helped generate some of the monetization
Yeah.
with YouTube.
That helps
So
when we book a hotel or hostel or
yeah,
go in for or we need new gear and all that. It's been a
yeah, so
huge
it's a big help just having you, just watching us daily and commenting and all that. That's been fun. I tell you, that's probably been the biggest support we've had has been
Louise and all.
all the encouragement we've had from you day in, day out, who've offered feedback and, shared insights and tips and all that kind of stuff. has been very helpful.
Yeah.
So thank you for the
I
daily
think as
encouragement.
far as using, to clarify the question, as far as using funds,
Mm.
what would we use it on first? I think a place to stay, like a hotel or hostel, is probably one of the, I mean, we
Yeah,
eat every day, so we need
yeah,
food.
yeah. Resupply would if
You
you did do that, it'd
resupply.
be resupply or some kind of
Mhm.
hostel stay. You know, one of the things that's different about our journey than most through hikers is because we're doing the daily vlogging about every 4 days or so. We have to hop into town, take time to upload videos, and it's just easiest if we're staying at a hotel or a hostel to do
Mhm.
that has Wi-Fi. So we've got to post up for several hours to upload videos and
Yeah.
edit videos and things like that. So um, that's why our hostel and hotel numbers are up higher than the average through hikers because doing the daily vlogs makes it a little bit different of a scenario than most of the through hikers,
And
have. So
Dan the man asked what our Slack number is so far. So
we're not as good as you are, Stan, but we are just over 300 right
yeah,
now on Slack
and
Pack
I'm not
miles.
sure
We're
if
like
that's, I think that's accurate.
that's up to date. Yeah. 307 is our number right now on Slack Pack miles that we put in. So we're about 1100 miles hiked and 300 something miles of slack packed, full pack hiked, if you will.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Little competition with Stan the man, I
yeah,
guess. He's trying to beat our
we don't.
number.
We'd have to have a lot of slack packing to catch Stan at this point. We're in New England already,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, I don't know that we can do it. I think you might be the champion there,
yeah,
Stan. Yeah. And man, we appreciate everybody's prayers. That's huge. That really, like, we see that when we see, protection and all that. We know that's because you guys are at home praying for us.
yeah, the
And
encouragement, the prayers, the support
yeah,
that means the
encouragement.
world to us. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and as we go along, as you guys have questions, we try to stay as current as we can with updating and answering questions in the comment section.
Mm-hmm.
And so, if you do have a comment that maybe we missed along the way, either add another comment to that, or ask that comment, or ask that
Again,
question again. We try to
hit
not
us up.
miss
You could
anything,
email
but
too if it's something that we've just overlooked.
yeah,
That's the Coats Hiking at Yahoo. That's also in our description
yeah.
in every video.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
hope to answer any of those questions that you do have or
Yeah.
any thoughts or anything like that. We've really enjoyed the engagement has helped out a lot for us. Just feel like we have a community
Yeah.
as we're hiking. It allows us to stay connected to friends and family, but also many of you who love this trail as much as we do and have a passion for it and are excited by it. So if there's anything we can uh, do to just give back to all that you guys have given to us. We'd
Hmm.
love to help by answering
Yeah.
whatever questions that you do have. So feel free to
So
let us know.
our tent is the Marmot Tungsten.
Yeah,
It's a
three
three
person.
person with a double vestibule.
Question.
Yeah,
Okay.
question. Yeah, sorry. He didn't see that there.
Yeah.
He's like, what do you?
So our tent, yeah, yeah, 3 person dual vestibule tent. It's a good one.
Yeah, we enjoy it. It's probably, is that 4 pounds, 4.1 or something
Four
like
point five.
4.5.
4.5.
Um, yeah, he feels that extra.
Every day. We've only slept in it 20
So
times.
thumbs up carries the tent, the poles, and the stakes.
91 days in.
Yeah,
20
full 4.5 pounds
20,
plus the
20
the
days in that
stakes.
tent.
Yeah.
We're
But
gonna leave.
I
I'm gonna
carry
leave it
the
behind.
stove
We're gonna
and
start
the
cowboy
fuel,
camping.
and you gotta eat. So I
All right,
carry
we're gonna
that.
wrap this thing up. Thank you
Yes.
guys so
Yeah.
much. It was great connecting with everybody. If you have any more questions, if you drop them in the
And
comments
thank you
after
for giving you the chat time.
the live chat does disappear, so afterwards it will populate a comment section underneath. Feel free to drop
Yeah.
them in that comment section so we can
Yep.
come back to
Yep.
them.
I know that there were a couple who said they had to jump off or they were
Yeah.
going to catch the live later. So we'll be sure to
We'll follow up with any
find.
questions, and we'll glance through to make sure we didn't miss anything. If
Hmm.
it did, if you didn't get an answer, if you popped a question in there, and we bypassed it, drop it in the
Yeah.
comments of the video, and we'll answer that for sure.
Hmm.
But thank you guys so much, and
Yes.
we're still having so much fun out here.
Fun every
This
day.
has been a blast and a journey of a lifetime. I want to encourage you that if it is a dream of yours and you're trying to figure out how to do it, I would say whatever you have to do to try to make that
Yeah.
dream become a reality because this has been an incredible life-changing experience for us,
Yeah.
and we've loved it, and it's been a whole lot of fun. So,
We'd love to help you out, encourage, give
yeah,
tips, whatever. That's a big reason why we do
yeah,
the daily vlogs and keep connection. So we'd love to help you out. We've had so many
so
people
much help and support.
who've hiked over the
Yeah,
years that's helped us out, continuing to help us out. So we'd love to do the same.
yeah.
Yeah.
And we're almost there. So, stick with us
I
for the
know.
next,
Closer and closer.
several weeks still to go, but stick with us as we try to get all the way to Katahdin. As summer is catching up to us, it's coming quickly, and we
Yeah.
feel the heat, so we're trying to move quickly to keep the heat behind us.
Yeah.
But, yeah, stick with us and, keep the comments coming. We love to stay engaged as much as we can with you guys along the way because this journey is not just about us, it's about us sharing it with you as well. So thank you for being part of our community,
Hmm.
here on, the interwebs.
Yeah.
It's been fun to connect with you guys.
Yeah.
We love you, we appreciate you, and, we'll be doing another one of these in a few weeks or so, probably 3 to 4 weeks. We'll look to try to have another one somewhere up in New Hampshire or so when we are approaching our final couple of states to go.
Yep.
So have a good night, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.
Bye.